You guys are making me make this video. It's raining outside, so I'm making it inside. Why do the Taoist practices, these ancient holy practices, why do they give all these techniques on these things you need to do if you are practicing semen retention? Because if you don't do them and you're practicing semen retention, your equipment's gonna stop working. Oh no. What are you gonna do now? Don't worry, we got these techniques. Okay, good, I got techniques. This world's drowning in techniques. This is the problem, there's too many techniques. You don't need techniques on how to live life when you're living organically. Don't you think life is gonna take care of itself? And do you think if you're doing something that you know is true, not because I'm telling you it's true or other people or videos say, yeah, semen retention. No, you organically inside know, like, whoa, I shouldn't lose my semen. I shouldn't look at things on the internet that are constantly stimulating me. I shouldn't be like a slave, a vagina hound every time I go outside. Like somehow I don't think I should do that. It makes me restless. It destroys my nervous system, turns me into a pervert, etc. So I shouldn't do that. Okay, the mind comes in the back door. Catch this. The mind says, that's cool, man. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, don't do that. Pretends to be your friend. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if you stop stimulating yourself? Then you're gonna your 9 inches is gonna shrivel up to like maybe 3 or 4. Then and then it won't work. You'll be with like the best girl in the world. Your equipment won't even work, man. What are you gonna do then? Oh yeah, what are we gonna do? Well, you need to go find some techniques. Oh yeah, that's what, I gotta find techniques. Okay, this is what the mind does. All right. You talk to a being who's truly went through this inner transformation in himself. And you ask him, like, do I need techniques? He's gonna say no. There's no way. Life takes care of itself when you follow like a natural, organic, healthy life protocol, when you don't transgress natural health laws. You think the reward for not spilling your seed is that you're gonna become weak? It doesn't make any sense. Now, the mind poses seemingly some interesting question. We're gonna go over that. I'm not gonna sidestep it, you know. It's because it says, yeah, okay, but wait a minute though. Like, penis is a muscle. If you don't exercise it, it's gonna get weak, like the biceps, right? It's like, I gotta work my bicep out so I get gains. You won't get gains like this, but you know, you'll get some gains. So I must have to do the same thing with the penis. No, it's different. It's different. The penis is hooked in to, you can say, this biological program that nature has put inside a man, to where it works more about, it works by energetic laws. If you're with a girl that you feel attracted to, key word, you feel attracted to, if you're with a girl that you don't feel attracted to, your equipment shouldn't work, actually. What do you want it to just to stand up all the time? Alpha male, yeah, I'm always hard, right? Like, why are you so obsessed about sex? Don't get so obsessed about it. If you're in the right situation at the right time, and it's, you know, you're with somebody you love, and you either want to have a baby or you just want to share this energy with each other authentically, then your equipment's gonna work. Like, it's just automatic, it's gonna work. If you don't have any insecurities and suppressed issues that you know, whatever, trauma and abuse or stuff you didn't deal with, that can affect it, yeah. But the semen retention is not gonna affect it. It's gonna make it like work good. And you're not gonna get, these are some good questions. I don't mind good questions when they're, I can sense the undertone of the energy. It's humble, it's actually asking for an answer. Those that are like, no, man, it's like this. And I say, okay, cool, good. It's like that. Go make the video and say it's like that. I don't care. I'm not here to debate. But if somebody's genuinely like has some questions they want answered so that they can have maybe some psychological comfort, because the mind's like attacking them with this stuff, and all the propaganda that you hear in the world is telling you the opposite. And if you're asking like that, then yeah, then I have to make the video like I'm doing this morning. I got stuff to do, but like I wanted to make this video. Yeah, but what was I saying? If you're living healthy and you don't have any issues, and the rest of you, you're living a healthy lifestyle, this is going to function. It's just going to function. It's going to function better. You're not going to become, right. So the question was like, either or. It's two sides of the coin. Either if I'm not exercising myself and rubbing it and doing all that, then I'm going to be like, it's either not going to work. Okay, that's not going to happen. It's going to work fine. Or I'm going to be like so sensitive. A girl look at me and I'm just going to ejaculate, get in her face and everything. She's like, what's up? It's a little early, so I got to, I got to play a little bit. It's like 6:30 in the morning. So that's not going to happen. The opposite's going to happen. You're going to be more balanced. You're going to be more grounded because you're living a healthy lifestyle and you're not losing the ojas, which is the whole substratum of your physical body, emotional body, mental body, everything. That's what gives balance. So you're going to be cool. Intuitively, you're going to know how to manage the situation when you're having sex. You might feel like some excitement come up, but then you have the inner power to kind of back that down. You're like, no, I'm okay, let's, I want to last longer than 30 seconds. And then you'll maybe go slow. And then you'll be with a higher level girl because you're higher level. And so you'll tell her, say, look, let's enjoy this a little bit. We don't have to do it like in the porno movies, And she'll be down. She'll be like, oh yeah, right on, cool. I mean, what do you think these ancient cultures, Native Indians, Native Americans, Aztecs, just there's hundreds, probably thousands. Do you think that the ones that are these tribes, man, like they already know this stuff. They don't need to go watch videos. We also already know this stuff. This is already downloaded in our being, but we don't have access to it because we've went astray because of this technological world. That's what I'm saying. There's so much conditioning here. It just makes people retarded. I had to leave. I went to India when I was 25, and that really helped. I stayed gone for, I stayed there for 4 years or something, and it really helped deprogram me. I had to just get out of this technological world. It was driving me crazy, Everybody's obsessed with trying to find the technique on how to live life. Life flows naturally if you get deprogrammed. That's what I'm trying to say. So these natural tribes and cultures, do you think, number one, they're doing semen retention, they don't even know what it is. If you, it's hot. If you ask, if you tell them semen retention and you have their translator translate it, they won't know what it is. You'll say, well, do you beat off? They're like, well, what are you talking about, man? I'm like, working and providing for my village, and why would I do that? Okay, do you have sex with your wife? We had a kid or something. Do you have sex with her a lot? No, why? Why would I? You see? They're not obsessed with sex. This Western culture is obsessed with sex. Even the doctors. Oh, you gotta have sex, make you healthy. And everybody's obsessed with sex. So then they start worrying about, if you start preserving your seed, then the mind's gonna come in and say, yeah, but what about the sex though? You gotta keep having sex. If your equipment don't work, you can't have sex. It's like there's no trust to how that life's gonna take care of you. These tribes don't have techniques. They're trying to it's like, yeah, I I gotta rub myself 100 times a day to stay stimulated so that then I don't lose it, so that then I can still satisfy my wife. You get to a point where you see through all this, it's just nonsense. It's total nonsense, that's all I can say. But you have to experience that yourself. Now some say, yeah, I did semen retention, and then after like 30, 60, my equipment wasn't working anymore. It like got shriveled up. Well, there's a flatline withdrawal process that you have to go through, this rebalancing period. Yeah, it may not function like normal. Good. Give yourself a break. You want to, don't be obsessed with being stimulated all the time, man. You want to get stimulated when there's a reason to get stimulated. Otherwise, you don't want to be stimulated. This is what happened. This is balance. But we forgot what balance is. So we live in a society that's very imbalanced. And that we absorb that conditioning, those programs, and then we start thinking like imbalance is actually balance. So you start doing something good, you start getting balanced, and then you start thinking, your mind tells you that's imbalanced. So then you look for techniques to how to keep you imbalanced. You see the deep programming? If you wake up in the morning and you have an erection, that's healthy. That means your equipment works. Now again, you might go through a period when you first start this where that doesn't happen because that's regenerative time. I haven't had sex. Good. Let's talk about myself, right? So then you think I'm not just speculating. People just speculate. They read stuff and then they postulate that as though it's the truth. Somebody says, oh, you got to do these techniques or you're going to lose it. Then they start saying like, that's true. Well, go find out. See, yeah, I did, man. I did semen retention for a week or two. They'll lie. They'll say they did it for a year. And yeah, I lost my functioning. So yeah, you got to do these techniques. You can't trust what people say either. The human mind, man, it just lies all the time, or it exaggerates the truth. That's why I say you find a book or a person and you just stay with that so you don't get confused. So I haven't had sex in, I don't know, about 4 years. I'm at the place, it doesn't matter, man, if I have sex or not. I played, that season and stage is over because I hit it really hard when I was in my early 20s in my 20s and early 30s. Even though I was practicing semen retention, I was a full-on dopamine edging addict. So I'd still have sex, but I wouldn't ejaculate. But I was full-on dopamine stimulation. So I haven't had sex in 4 years. I get an erection every morning. I'm talking about like that. There's no problem. There's no problem in it. I don't do any techniques. I've done that. This is how I know what I'm talking about. I've done the techniques, and you know what I discovered? It's a very clever ace up the sleeve the mind uses to continue the dopamine edging stimulation. You see, this is why some people they get provoked when I make the videos about edging, because I'm challenging this conditioning, this dogma, this trump card the mind's holding on to, so that this addictive mind that wants to continue the dopamine stimulation. So it doesn't want to hear somebody say, look, you might want to look at that and give that up, because that might be ratting out your nervous system. They don't want to hear that. So then they're going to come back with this nonsense that I'm trying to debunk and say, no, but you need to do this and you need to practice the techniques and do the exercises so you don't lose it. Look, the ancient texts say it. Those ancient texts aren't the highest texts. You can read, there's Kama Sutra also. And they give all these different positions, and they're appealing to the sex mind. The real deal, the real scriptures, the real yogis, man, they don't get into all that. They say, look, you take care of yourself, you be natural, you be healthy, and then all this takes care of itself. You know why I know about Tantra? Not because I studied it, because it comes natural, it comes intuitively. These downloads, this real knowledge is already in us. That gets unlocked when we live a conducive lifestyle and habits that allow that higher software to get played. That's what happens. And then automatically you start to understand what Tantra is. You're having sex with the girl, you're absorbing her energy. You're more focused on the play and circulation of energy. You're feeling her, the feminine energy. This is this is what you like. You don't want to release so that then you're dull. Now you can't feel it anymore. And if she's super high level, she also don't want to orgasm because she don't want to be focused so much on the orgasm. This is another thing in society. It's just everything's, it's not at the highest level. If one of the partners, I made videos, you can see my playlist, Authentic Tantra. If one of the partners, or both, are too obsessed about the orgasm, or the guy's too worried about the girl having an orgasm, where's the subtle consciousness of this, inner communion with each other? It's not there. You're focused on the orgasm. So intuitively, we come to understand how to do that in the moment because our channels are open, because we're living a healthy lifestyle and we're practicing semen retention. So that's my message. I wrote some things down. A lot of times I write things down, but I forget to look at what I wrote down. But I just want to make sure I hit everything. I usually hit everything, but I just want to make sure. Yep. I think I did good. I didn't have to look. All right, so this was a little longer video. Let me know how you like this video, and yeah, man, you're gonna be alone in this journey. Don't look for people to believe you. They're not willing yet to let go of their conditioning and their addiction to dopamine. So they're gonna use all these things, and the world provides plenty, because we're at a stage right now where you can say there's two forces, right? There's the light force and the dark force, and they play. See my spiritual channel if you want. The negative energies right now, they're trying to hold us down. I don't make a lot of videos on that because it's like, why dwell on that? You recognize your own light, you can transcend it. But at this time and age, collectively speaking, these darker energies are heavier, and so you're gonna get a lot of misinformation. It results from that. But disguised as very clever, very this is important information. That's what makes the negative energy so, so good. They're good at what they do. They don't come and say, I'm negative energy and I'm here to hurt you. We wouldn't listen to it. No, they come in a very sly way, They test us, and they know our combination to get into our addiction and activate it. So you got to be aware of that. All right, I'm hot. I'll see you soon.